Hello, hello everybody. I know I'm a little bit early, so I'll go ahead and give you all a few minutes to hop on while we are letting some people join us. I just wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Jackie. I am an artist with St. Beauty in the fantastic state of Wisconsin, actually located in the same city as a few other of the beautiful artists you've seen today. And I am going to show you guys a crazy, fun, colorful eye with our beautiful new shadows. Hello, Caitlin and Sabrina. So as you're hopping on, let me know where you're tuning in from and how fun has this bash been. You get to see me to round things out, to show you this crazy, dramatic, outside the box eye look, but I absolutely love playing with color. So when Britt asked me to be a presenter, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So I am going to be working out of the palette 12. This is the beautiful Key West design. So this is one of the new ones that you're gonna see tomorrow. And I love the 12 because I've got all of my eyeshadows, except I don't have one of the new ones in here, but all the eyeshadows except one fit on this one side. Hello, Carissa and Janelle. And then I have all my creams and my trusty little cleaning tile on the second side. So I'm not going to be doing my full face hack. You guys have seen some really amazing examples of different ways to apply our 3D foundation. I want you to tell me actually in the comments below, what was your favorite video so far? I'm really curious to know what you guys have thought of this bash and which one is your favorite. I honestly think my favorite is probably Jenny's, the one today where she showed you how to put heat wave on underneath. Well, not underneath, but before, to mix it in with your main color, because I too, you can kind of tell, am a pink girl, pink lady. So I'm definitely going to be trying that one out. So what I have down here on my face, I am wearing Heat Wave as my bronzer. And then I actually have two of our lip and cheeks on my cheeks and my lips. I have La Cienega, which on my lips I kind of have that all over. And then Venice is just right in the center. I really like to do kind of a lighter all over the lip with a bolder or a darker pop of color right in the center, just to give a little more definition and help accentuate that pout, because I don't have a very nice full set of lips. And then on the cheeks, I put Venice first, and then La Cienega on top of it. It just has that really beautiful golden almost sheen to it. So that's what I've got going on my face. Then I also have Versailles as my brightening highlight, and we're gonna use Versailles in the eye look. So now that I think I've babbled on long enough, let's just jump into it. So I am actually gonna be working with these four shadows in this corner right here. So I have Atlantic, Snowbird, Eve, and Drift. But before we get started with the eye shadows themselves, I'm going to be going in with my multitasker brush, and you're going to see all three of our eye brushes. Don't judge me. Yes, I know they look dirty, but in the interest of saving time, because as you can tell, I like to talk, I went ahead and already did the left eye. So I'm going to show you how I got there and make the other eye match. So we're going to start with the multitasker brush. Love this brush. Great for eyes, great for lips, great for lining. But we're going to take the flat kind of paddle end, and we are going to dip into the Versailles highlight, and we are going to put that right on top, right on the lid. Now we are going to use this as kind of like a primer, but even more so than a primer, this is going to be kind of like my glue for that Atlantic, because it is a gorgeous color, but it needs a little bit of something to stick to in order to really get that color payoff that you're looking for. So now that the lid looks all sorts of crazy and bright white, just gonna leave it right like that. Grab our eyeshadow brush, and we are going to dip into Snowbird. I'm going to take the fluffy end. This is my favorite brush for eyeshadows I'm going to take the fluffy end of the eyeshadow brush in Snowbird, and I'm just going to start going back and forth right in that crease, just giving myself a nice wash of color. Take the more defined end. We're going to run that under the lower lash. Now we're not taking this all over the lid or the whole lower lash. I go probably about 3/4 of the way in. Now I'm going to stay with this smaller end, and I'm really going to give myself a defined kind of line right in that crease, just darkening up that Snowbird. Going back over to the fluffy side, back and forth. And then down here. Now, one of the things with eyeshadow, you can always build things up, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing with Atlantic. So now I'm going to go back into my multitasker brush, and we are going to grab Atlantic. Same side that I used that Versailles on, don't worry. And I really like to work this brush into that pan, really grab a decent amount of product, and I am just going to pat that right on my lid. Now, like I said, Atlantic is absolutely beautiful. It is a very lovely sheen color, but I really want to have it be like a metallic pop like I have on this other eye. So I am just patting that right on top of the Versailles highlight. And so what I'm doing with this actually is kind of like a faux cut crease. It's not really a true cut crease for those of you ladies out there who have maybe watched a few RuPaul Drag Race shows, but I am giving myself, as you can see on this eye, you can very clearly see where the lid color is as opposed to the crease color. So we are just patting this Atlantic right on the lid and just keep dipping back into there until you feel like it has been built up to your liking. Now I go back and forth a lot. So I'm going to go back into my eyeshadow brush, the small end. I'm just going to clean that up. Just make sure that I didn't go too far up into the Snowbird. I really want to be able to see that color, because we have one more, actually two more colors, but we've got one more color that's going to go on some of this lid space here. And I have been totally ignoring your comments, so let me just see here. The green is beautiful. It is so beautiful. Now, just to show you guys kind of a difference, like this is how, if you're going to just use a light wash, it has such a beautiful, like almost yellowy golden sheen to it. So you really, if you want it built up, if you want it to be a nice color payoff, you need to use like a primer of some sort, a glitter glue. That's why I really like the Versailles, because it is such a bright, light highlight. But now let's go in. Now I grab my smudge brush, and I'm going to take the kind of flatter paddle side of this, and we are going to jump into Eve. And I'm going to use this to deepen up that outer corner. Now you could totally leave what we have going on just as it is. Oh, Diane, you are sweet. Just as it is, but I want a little more drama. I love to play with colors. This is obviously not a wear to work sort of eye look, even though I might wear it to work. The ladies at my office know I'm a little nuts. Now I'm just taking that dark color and wiggling it. I'm only going to take it maybe a quarter to a third of the way in on my lower lash line, just to bring that darkness down there. And I'm just probably going to go back and forth, dipping into this Eve lots of times until I have the drama built up to where I like it. So now that we have that nice dark outer corner, we're going to go back to the multitasker. And I just want to make sure, again, that I didn't take too much away from that beautiful metallic that is Eve. And also a little PSA for you guys. Normally for an eye look like this, I would do my eyes first, because, let me just zoom you in here a little bit. You can see I'm getting some, whoa, super close up, but I'm getting some fallout underneath my eye, which is totally fine. We'll be able to clean that up. But if you do your eyes first, you can go in and do your highlight and contour and clean things up. All right, I'm totally making my ring light shake. You guys are probably gonna have a seizure maybe? No, kidding. All right, so I'm just gonna actually grab my blend brush here and brush very lightly, brush off that fallout. You don't ever want to like smear it with your hands because you're gonna end up with a big dark streak all over your eyes. So where were we? Let's make sure that that Eve, excuse me, yep, that the Eve didn't overpower the Atlantic. See how it is. Do we want to maybe deepen it up some more? So as you can tell, and I know one of the things that people often say is when you're working with multiple shadows, it's easy to have everything become really muddied and all kind of one, one general color. And what I say to that is be very intentional with where you're placing your shadows. When you're blending, make sure you're paying attention. You don't want to blend all the colors together. But speaking of that, I'm going to go back into Snowbird now with the fluffy end. And we are just going to kind of marry everything ever so lightly across the top. Looking good. So now, brush tile, cleaning off that tiny little end because we are going to go into the last color, ladies, and this is Drift. Drift is a very beautiful vanilla cream shimmer color. You have seen it undoubtedly on probably just about every eye look in this bash because it is gorgeous. Just like you want to highlight and contour your face, this is highlighting and contouring your eyes. So we are putting the brightest, lightest color right on that inner corner, right on that tear duct. And I like to use the small defined end of the eyeshadow brush for that. So there you go. I will take a better picture of what these lids look like for you and post this on the live, but a little fun, a little dramatic eye look to finish things off. I hope that you guys have been having a fantastic time these last few days. Tomorrow's release is going to be insane. It's going to be so fun. I cannot wait to see you guys get your hands on some of these colors and see what you're able to come up with yourselves. But a couple words of warning for tomorrow. Pieces of advice. Be patient with the website. When everybody is on there trying to shop at once, things get bogged down. You might have to try and refresh that page a couple of times. You will get through. Another thing that you definitely want to do is not sleep on this. If there's any colors that you want, if there's any, especially the collections, because those are usually limited time only, and once they sell out, they're gone. So make sure that you've got those reminders set, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Get on that website. It'll be under the new release tab. Be sure to reach out to your artist if you have any questions whatsoever. And I know it's been brought up a couple of times, but seriously, if the artist program is something that you have been considering, there is no better time to start than now. With all of these gorgeous products launching, your launch would be bananas. It would be so good. So if the artist program, if the business is on your radar, reach out to your artist. They have tons of information. Whoever she is, I know she would love to hear from you. So thank you for joining me this, what is it, Wednesday? No, Tuesday evening. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Be sure to set those reminders for tomorrow at 11 a.m. And I will see you guys all very soon. Bye.